Interesting thing is Ryan told me he hated social media. He thought social media was Satan, and
devil.
he refused to be on it until 2020. And then he found himself feeling like he needed to say something, and now has hundreds of thousands of followers, is an active voice on social media. And I think one of the things I love about your social media account is I meet people who I start having conversation, and then they start being like, oh, wait, there's this guy. He's half Chinese, half black. And I was like, Ryan Alexander Holmes. They're like, yeah, that guy. And it's so funny because maybe they don't have a sense of belonging in other spaces, but they find your page and they're like, this little space on the internet, I feel like I belong. I feel like I found a community. I look at the comment section and I'm hating on the same comments that Ryan's hating on, and I'm liking the same comments that Ryan is liking. For you, do you have places, other than places that you created for others, do you have places that you feel like a sense of belonging, or places that, you know, really make you help you feel like empowered to wear a new fashion style from time to time in your own life?
Therapy.
Congratulations to Ryan for joining the world of therapy. We're proud of him.
Therapy is dope, man. I don't know why it took so long. Yeah, on that journey too, it's like constantly creating new spaces. You're constantly tested because I'm a public persona and I post about my thoughts on Instagram, and that can be interesting, you know, like the whole Asian thing that's happening. I didn't want to contribute to the filth. I didn't want to contribute to the trend or hop on like the idea train of somebody else's idea that got a bunch of likes, so I'm going to talk about that. I wanted to create something that like is adjacent and unites all of us, because that's just noise. A lot of that is just noise, and the algorithm is created to prioritize rage bait because it's good for engagement. But like what I've found is like you can celebrate your culture, you can curate your own community. You can even curate your own sense of humor that also can work on the algorithm. And it's like more challenging, but yeah, that's great. It's great that it's more challenging. You know what I mean? And it's more fruitful, and I feel more accomplished when like the comment section isn't a bunch of racists or a bunch of people fighting each other. You know, it's a bunch of people being like, oh, like, yeah, like I did, the most recent video I did was like, with one of the Wasians that went to the Wasian gathering. I don't know if you guys know about that. I don't want to talk about it. But like there's a whole debacle about...
I'm so ashamed for my
Wasianery.
I'm so ashamed.
Wasian. Anyway, there was a guy that was like at the pinnacle of that, and I reached out to him when I was in New York, and I was like, yo, let's make some content. Let's talk about this. What's your perspective? And then we had a talk, so we're on the same page. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's not even show any of that talk. Let's make something with the intention of like showing that we care about each other and showing that there is tension. Because like when I first started content creation, it was during Stop Asian Hate and BLM during COVID. That man who shall not be named was president, and he became president again. But he was president, and it felt like the whole world was crumbling, and I was, you know, at the center of it with, you know, BLM and Stop Asian Hate, and then the animosity that was starting to circulate between the two. So I started talking about it. Well, I didn't start talking about it. I was complaining to my brother about it every day. And at a certain point, you know, because it's COVID, at a certain point, he's like, bro, I got kids. I have a full-time job, man. Like, I'm not an unemployed artist like you. He's like, maybe you should tell somebody else about this. And so he was the one that sort of encouraged me, despite my fear and like panic about what people would think if I talked about this, to like express myself and express how I felt in that moment, and calling out, you know, certain prejudice in certain communities, and talking about my experience as a Blasian person. And that first post went viral. And then I'll admit, I got kind of addicted to the animosity. And I think that's given me so much perspective now, because I can feel the feeling that I felt of like being lured by the fact that something went viral and that people are angry, and sort of like trying to chase that. As opposed to now, what I've learned is like, you don't have to even really talk about it, you just show it. Just seeing me and my grandma, she's like 4'10", and I'm 6'3", and us just smiling is enough, you know? So I infuse that feeling with everything that I do, and I make sure that the people that I work with and the people I surround myself with, Uprisers, yeah, they, yeah, yeah. Mariko talks a lot of shit about me, but she's cool. Like it's out of love. I'll keep her around. What was I talking about?
I don't know, but this is gonna be on YouTube later.
That's fine. Hi, YouTube. But yeah, I infuse it with that feeling of making sure that I prioritize joy and celebration and humanity and finding the humanity, because I really feel like I could connect with anybody. There are people who are conditioned by certain ideologies, but that's not who they are. When you start talking to them about family and what they truly care about, and you just get rid of all the politics, especially in the beginning of the initiation of the conversation, now we're close. Now you can't say that crazy shit that you was gonna say, because you're talking to like a person that you see as human now. So I try to make all my content from that place, even if it seems silly as shit, because a lot of it is. Yeah.
I mean, give it up for Ryan, you guys. I think one thing that probably resonates with a lot of us is some of us may have a family member or a friend, right, who's that confident we go to when we're just like venting or frustrated. And then, you know, those people are the first parts of the community, and they teach us how to build community with others. And then we show that to other people, leading with love, showing the family how we care for each other. And I think when I think about repair, I think about what you're kind of talking about, how sometimes we have to help others repair the relationships they have with people by showing what we're able to build with people that don't look like us or seem like an odd match. Like you and your grandma look like you guys should not be hanging out together, but there you guys are, like having a great time going out, and she's really, really, really funny. I love watching her content. I think, you know, Crystal mentioned earlier that a lot of people came up to her saying that they felt seen, right, when they were listening to her music, or they found out the girl singing in Japanese was this Black girl. Like they're like, whoa, I'm so confused right now. And I wonder, Crystal, do you have places where you feel really seen? Like you're someone I feel like is such a chameleon. You can move between so many spaces. You can fit in so many different areas. I remember one year you were like, I'm celebrating New Year's in Carlsbad. I'm like, oh, okay. And then another year, you know, she's singing on TV. And so it's crazy. But for you, what are the spaces that you feel like, you know, help you?
That is such a good question. And I kind of already answered it, but the tour, when I came to the States, something about it, I don't know, maybe it's because there's more of me here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but I think subconsciously my body just kind of deflates.
Oh, man.
And I think when I stood on stage and saw so many, I mean, it was, you know, Black people, Hispanic people, a little bit of Japanese people. And I was like, oh, wow. And it's totally different. The way, you know, in people in Japan, how they receive music at a show, they're very reserved. And it doesn't mean they're not enjoying it. They're just very polite. So they're like, hi, one song finished. But they're waiting to be told what to do. Like they want to. So I've become a master at, okay, stand up, sing. From kids to, you know, older men and grandpas and grandmas. But yeah, just seeing, you know, Black girls and boys and singing in Japanese too. That was a trip too. Because most of my songs are maybe 80% Japanese, but I throw in a lot of English, and just I felt accepted being on stage. And yeah, I just felt like, okay, this is my people. So it was, you know, I turned 40 this year, and it was the first time kind of feeling that kind of safeness. And I thought that was beautiful. It was pretty eye-opening. Yeah.
Well, Crystal does not look 40, y'all. I think we all agree.
Black don't crack.
Aiden don't raise it.